I started this YouTube channel in order to explain the Bible to the young earth magic proofing 6,000 year earth cult over there who refuse to accept reality that the earth is not 6,000 years of age. Well, I'm Ben David, and the earth can be seen through geology, through geologic record of itself. As I explained earlier, the age of the earth is able to be determined from the age of the earth itself. What did the earth tell you about its own age? Everything, geologic record of itself. Geologic record of itself. You don't need God, you don't need the Bible, you need to get over yourself and just understand that your geologic record of the year 2020 is invalid because it did not calculate from Pangea itself, saying, hey, right there in Genesis 1:9, when you learned how to handwrite your Bible, it told you to calculate the age of the earth from Pangea. How long will you keep that Bible in print? Is a good way to end for the geologists. So right there, when I have plenty of volcanic activity to explain in Washington State, volcano after volcano after volcano. Well, how old is Mount Rainier's cone? How old is his base? That matched with how poor your geologic records are all over the place because it all wobbled around, and you didn't calculate from Pangea how long would it take for the single supercontinent from Genesis 1:9 to be figured out as a puzzle of the Bible. Welcome to the OTO puzzle of the Bible, and it was a long, arduous puzzle of how long are we going to keep this thing in print? To be honest, 1611 left you. You have this technology, and the Earth's never been 6,000 years. It's always been a false deduction, children. It's always been a false deduction, and every word in the Bible was wrong after that point. You had a legend in English of Jesus. You had a legend in English, a false Messiah in English. You had a legend and legend and legend. You knew what you were talking about as you were preaching a sermon that wasn't there. You had a legend of your false construction of the 1611 Bible. You had a legend that your science got out of the middle Dark Ages. You had a legend of everything. You had a legend. We even have that cult over that can't figure out the millennium because of it being 2020 and the earth not being 6,000 years of age. The Bible's always been invalid. Bible's always been invalid cult over there, by the way. Thanks for your contribution to the red letter legend to Jesus. He's a turn-off legend we had to get rid of in order to see through your way through. You can't read a word in the Bible. That's you had to take it apart at the 1611 legend of Jesus himself. Yeshua Messiah ben Yosef is not Jesus. Was a good way of ending it for cult who can't figure out anything from anywhereville of what millennium did your church need to collapse at? That was the 12th century. By the 12th century, all of what you have today somehow got technology and a microphone, and you got bold and stupid and senile, and you kept doing it. And you watched news, and I'm a good Christian because I voted for a Christian. Just don't vote. You're too dumb to even vote right now. You're a Christian. You're too dumb. Always been a false messiah, a legend of Jesus, Christian. So it's a lot different to run into me and say, no, we have to be done with the Bible to see through that one. It's a legend of Jesus in English from Greek to fuck everything up after that, including all valid record of volcanic explosions everywhere after that. And it must have been just like Pompeii. Isn't that in the Bible? I thought it was. Fuck. So talking snake ruled out. That was your ego. Yep. Happened in 1611. Weird, can't read the Bible. Nothing from the Middle Dark Ages could you understand. 1611 Bible, you couldn't get one word of it correct. Didn't get one right. Not one word in it correct. 1611 English too difficult for the English language to comprehend now. Your 1611 comprehension is gone. You didn't understand where you didn't come from up correctly, and you didn't get your Bible was just a medieval wonderment of wow, it came together. Wow, there's a legend of Jesus we're going to keep pretty sealed. And in cult that can't accept reality now in the year 2020 need to collapse and just be done with, because 6,000 year didn't happen, and it's always been invalid. It's always been invalid. So now that cult understood that they've never had any reality, they're just puff on their own goetic cocks and stop sucking on their own goetic demons, and stop enjoying it so much and just get away and stop working at cult and stop being dumb and stop being immoral incompetence and stop being retarded stupids and go to the YMCA that you could get around and hey, maybe learn a little bit more about what the Bible once told you to do if you ever read it wrong, which was every time you ever opened it. And you had to take Jesus off the cross and get rid of the whole Bible in order to do that. So it took a long ass time, but we're done with the Bible after I explained that to you. Jesus was a 1611 legend of the Bible. And so in English, we're done. Don't make a big deal about it in English. America first. You're an English country. Let's go for you first, cult, and say, hey, don't make a big deal about this, America, but you have a false history of everything. And don't even know how to calculate the age of the earth through the Grand Canyon, which used to touch. It's right there in Genesis 1:9. It's always been. Yeah, Christian too dumb for that. They have what's called the days of Paley disorder, and then just refuse to accept reality, and can't accept that the Bible is invalid and medieval invalid, and it's just this wobbling. There was nothing in the Bible but a medieval invalid Christian somewhere. Run scared, run! No, take the Bible from them because they got it. They don't know how to read it. Take Jesus off the cross. Run. He's a medieval invalid. You're all English medieval invalids now. You're all English medieval invalids. It's really kind of weird that you have this internet thing. It's really kind of weird that you're all English medieval invalids in the year 2020, not using this internet to go back in. Let me make sure that article I just read about something like the 770 on the age of the Alps is correct. But it turned out it is. It turned out it is right there in the Grand Canyon, explaining itself as 6 million. They looked at that erosion wrong, and so while the Alps were forming and bulging up, and while the 1 hour day Earth, 2 hour day Earth, then you have the Alps, and you're 4.53 billion years. You need a lot of caricature to clean you out at. Yeah, that was a good deduction for the moon. Thanks. NASA will go with that data. That was a good one. And we can use you now. And Christian too dumb to accept reality. That one yet again with the moon up there. Oh, I'm still amazed you got to the moon on a powered kite. That was pretty cool, Christian. Way, you guys made it to the moon on a powered kite. If you must know the how fuck NASA? How the fuck did you do that? Didn't teach that ape who you had floating around in space how to write. That one would work for Darwin. However, Lord Kelvin didn't tell you about the Swiss cheese little paragon that you're going to get in Wikipedia with a Wikipedian Bible and a wiki source interpretation of the Bible. And in 80, no one's smart enough to recognize that the Bible once upon a time had 80 books in it, and no one giving a shit about the entire King James Version of the Bible. Hey, where do we put God back into it? At 2 whole verses, 1 Dead Sea Scroll fragment. That's a good place to catch up with cult and and explain to you that you don't have a brain. And you have what's called anencephaly in Washington State. Doctor's concerned, but I'm Ben David, so I'll take on from there and say, I'm not really concerned. You just have no brain. You've had a Bible in print for far too long, cult organization, far too long. Your churches have always been invalids. It's a time to just open up and smell what you actually have. Wow, you got a voting booth and a teleprompter behind you. You're not using view foils anymore. Oh wow! Remember when you were babbling on and doing your babble on sermons, babbling on? Yeah, I remember falling asleep during that one too. Babbling on. Hey, what's Gog and Magog? Babble on. I can't figure out anything in this prophecy. It's always been wrong. It was that other book that the gotquestions.org sniffed out. I read that one too. That was the babbling on. It was a false messiah they're babbling on about. I got questions on internet cult.org. Babble on. Can't turn them off. They're too dumb now. Babble on. 6,000 year at the apocryphatic who can't stop my babbling on. I got questions on internet cult.org. Babble on. Can't accept reality. You're puff on the Pope for giving you a bad book. Good. If you must know the truth. So it's kind of lame after that. Welcome out of hell. Well, so I'm done with the OTO. I'm done with the sacred magic, Abramol, and the mage. You don't get it. And the goetic is you're just sucking on your own stupid cock. You're too dumb for the Bible now. Taking God out of it. You're not even creative enough to see yourself how stupid you are. With how can you ignore science for your entire cult career? Since 99. Hey, I wonder what science will give us after 99 that'll tell us that the Earth's no longer going to remain at 6,000 years. Well, they gave us the ALPS 770. Well, we're still pretty sure that they'll help with the calculation of the age of the moon being 4.543 and the age of the Earth being 4.53, and that being pretty fucking accurate. Put Pangea back together and you come up with the age of the Earth properly from the age of the moon and the age of the Earth, and put Pangea back into the Bible and put God back into it. 2 whole Dead Sea Scroll fragments. Babble on. I've got 917 to let you know about. We're done with cult over there. Babble on, idiots. Babble on, idiots. Stupid, immoral, incompetent cult. Got questions that too. Idiot. Fucking 6,000 year hallucinative idiots. Fucking immoral, incompetent retards. Immoral, stupid, incompetent retards that got questions that cult. Too immoral and stupid to accept reality. Jesus was a false, left you in hell. Fucking you're too immoral, too stupid for the 1611 Bible. You're too fucking dumb for the Bible itself. Babble on, morons.